What is your greatest weakness? There's a good chance you'll be asked this question during your med school interview. Do you know how to tackle this question head on without raising any red flags? You will after watching this video, so stick around as we give you some tips and strategies for answering the "What is your greatest weakness?" interview question the right way. Nadine here with Inspire Advantage, helping students get accepted into medical school and other professional programs. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more tips and strategies to help you along the admissions process. Interviewers like asking applicants about their weaknesses because they want to determine if they are self-aware and are able to recognize their areas for improvement. Additionally, interviewers often ask questions that are meant to make candidates feel uncomfortable, at least at first, in order to gauge in real time how you'll handle situations under pressure, nerves, and stress. Your ability to express your weaknesses with grace and professionalism, especially under this pressure, will leave a lasting impression on your interviewers. When it comes to questions about weakness, nobody likes talking about their faults, and it can feel especially intimidating to do just that during your interview. But it's important to remember that no one is good at everything, so to answer this question well, you'll need to push past the discomfort of the question and give the interviewer an answer that is insightful and reflective, and most importantly, one that clearly illustrates the steps you have taken to overcome your weakness. Your answers should demonstrate trackable progress and put you in a positive light instead of solely focusing on your weakness. Let's start by analyzing the sample response to "What is your greatest weakness?" My greatest weakness is time management. I sometimes struggle to meet deadlines, and in the past, I missed an especially important deadline for work. I'm working to improve my organizational skills and time management. Now, this is not the best answer to give for various reasons. First, it primarily focuses on the weakness itself, time management and organization. Yes, this answer is honest and forthright, however, it simply states the candidate's weakness without really addressing what the candidate has done to correct it. Because of this, the answer is too vague and raises more questions. After missing that important deadline, what did the candidate do? How did the candidate communicate their failure to their colleagues or supervisor? What has the candidate done since missing their deadline to ensure that others will never be missed again? As you can see, giving more weight to your weakness rather than your specific areas of improvement leaves room for your interviewer to doubt your strength as a candidate. To answer "What is your greatest weakness?" like a pro, we recommend the following step-by-step approach. Step 1. Brainstorm. Brainstorm a list of weaknesses that are relevant to you and your experiences. Think about experiences you've had in projects you've worked on in the workplace, in school, in volunteering, and in your extracurriculars. Be honest with yourself and think critically. Maybe you struggle with analyzing data. Maybe public speaking makes you nervous. Maybe you have a hard time delegating responsibilities to others. Jot down anything that you struggle with to get you started. Step 2. Selection. Once you have brainstormed a list of weaknesses, select the one that you can expand upon in detail for your answer. It's advisable to select a weakness that will allow you to tell a focused and clear narrative that cites specific examples of your growth. Also, it's important to be honest and pick a true weakness, not a weakness that is really a strength. Reframing your weaknesses as strengths indicates insincerity and will only backfire. Every single one of us has a weakness. It is what we do with those weaknesses that tells a lot about our character. So it's essential to put your best foot forward by addressing your weakness head on and showing what you did to improve it. Step 3. Assemble your response. After selecting your weakness, you can begin to assemble your answer to maximize your success. Be mindful of keeping a professional tone and avoid vague language. You want to focus on what you learned and how you worked on your weakness, which will demonstrate reflection and maturity. When you assemble your answer, it's helpful to think of it as telling a compelling story. There should be a beginning, middle, and end. The beginning should clearly state your weakness. The middle should include supporting details and evidence of what you did to overcome your weakness. And the end should neatly wrap up your narrative and finish on a positive note. Step 4. The final step. After assembling the initial draft of your answer, rehearse it out loud and practice. Rehearsing the answer out loud will allow you to hear what it will sound like to the interviewers. Rehearsing also makes it easy to spot any hang-ups in flow, areas that need clarification, and any areas that can be expanded upon with further details. Rehearsing out loud is also beneficial to gauge the length of your answer. You need to strike the right balance with length. Avoid going on for too long, but make sure you give enough detail that you answer the question thoroughly and hit all your key points. Lastly, the more you rehearse your answer to "What is your greatest weakness?" the more comfortable you'll feel in answering it at your interview. It will come naturally because you will have prepared in advance, making you more at ease and confident during your interview. Now, as a pro tip, rather than rehearsing your answer with the goal to memorize and repeat it word for word, focus instead on the content of your answer and remembering the key points. You don't want to sound robotic in your interview or indicate that you have memorized your answer, so be mindful and maintain that natural cadence. Alright, that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for all the latest and greatest on the med school application process. Cheers to your success.